Welcome back, guys. Going into the third hour here of RollPlay Mirrorshades, week 22. Night's ass. What are you fucking doing in the window?
What's going on, Night's ass?
Do I see... So Crusher and Bonbon are inside. They're not in the hallway anymore?
Yeah, they're in the like living room. They're in the main room of the apartment.
So I look at them. Do they see me?
I probably have my back to you.
Yeah, so maybe you see Bonbon.
Okay. I leap over the sink onto the table, and I grab Mr. Extreme in my arms. Then using my mouth, I rip out the cords, and then I dash to the stairs, and I run up them. Go back to the roof.
Okay, so there's a cloud of Night's ass shaped smoke that clears. Bonbon, you were just saying to Crusher how insane Night's ass is behaving. Night's ass just leaps through the window, grabs the thing, and then runs off. Do you say anything in response to that?
I just look at Crusher. I'm like,
what the fuck was that?
I told you.
Did she get into drugs?
Crusher, I don't know.
Breakdown's making me wasted, man.
It's been a year. I don't know.
Well, we should have a talk with Night's ass. Maybe Breakdown should be the one to have that talk.
But I don't. Well, maybe as a team, I don't know.
I feel if we confront Night's ass as three, that's not going to be a good situation. That's going to be as bad as you confronting me. When you should be looking at yourself in the mirror.
I feel like I'm 2 more building skills away from my team committing me to an asylum. Like,
You got some time.
okay.
A little bit.
Since I'm done with the phone call, I walk into the kitchen.
Okay.
Or the area with the kitchenette, however it's set up.
The second I see like someone else in the room, I just stand up like, "Oh, Breakdown, how's it going? What's up? Welcome to the room."
Thank you.
I'm gonna say that next time I'm just like in a casual social situation.
Welcome to the room.
Someone walks in. Hey, welcome to the room. I love that.
How? Good morning.
Good morning. I just got done talking with Hadia, so that's all. Well, I mean, it's settled in terms of.
Yeah, we gotta. Am I gonna get one of those totems or whatever you call those?
A talisman.
Those devices.
I'm going to attempt to make you a talisman. Yes, it's kind of an involved process, so I'm going to do my best. Hadia's going to send me everything that she has on making them. So.
Well, if you need my blood or anything, I'll just cut my chest and we'll do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. You just tell me.
Okay. I'll let you know if I need that.
All right. Anyways, Bonbon here was Bonbon. What were we talking about?
Don't worry. I know exactly what you were talking about because you're both so loud. Do you realize how loud you are?
Oh, we're loud?
Yes.
We're loud? Yeah. What about those nights where you and Bonbon were loud and me and Night's ass couldn't sleep, huh?
What are you? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're turning 10 shades of red right now, Bonbon. Breakdown won't even look at me in the fucking eyes.
Wait, when did you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we know.
So Night's ass, right?
We obviously didn't know you were there. I don't.
Obviously. Night's ass just ran into the other room. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think anybody needs to talk with Night's ass. She's worried, and the best way to assuage her worry is to make her feel like there is nothing to worry about, which means not bringing it up. Right?
If you ignore a problem, it's still a problem.
But if we bring it up, it's going to make it seem like a bigger problem than it already is for her. So
it's not a problem.
Let's just make her feel safe and part of the team. Okay? And then maybe she'll get her own apartment.
Oh, is that a problem right now?
It's fine. She can stay as long as she wants.
We've got an extra room in our house. She could stay with us.
Where do you live?
Well, actually, it was a hotel. I gotta find. Maybe me and Night's ass can get a place. Because, you know, I was staying with Hadia while she was here, and she's leaving soon. Maybe me and Night's Ass should get a place and get out of y'all's hair. I'll talk with her about it. I'll talk with her about it. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Bonbon, did you have any luck with the person?
So I
you
got
were
a
looking up?
contact number for Rebecca Alvarez. Found out she's a professor at the San Antonio University. Not sure if you've heard of it before, but I mean, I can call her, leave her a message. I actually kind of wanted to talk with you guys because I don't know. She might work for As Technology. I feel like we have to approach this one a bit delicately.
Why do you say that? Why don't we just have? I mean, Hadia's on some of those circuits. Maybe we can see if she knows.
I mean, I guess the reason I say delicate is she's a professor at the San Antonio University, but if she's working with Javier Flores, who is a researcher for As Technology, it could be, you know, she could be into some bad shit. If we contact her and find out that we're looking for Javier, it's very well that As Technology might be on her ass. So I feel like we need to do some good old social engineering, maybe perhaps say that we were helping Javier Flores with some research and we suddenly haven't been able to get in touch with him. But I don't think we should just approach this one head on.
I mean, that I'm okay with that. Breakdown, you want to weigh in?
Yeah.
See, Bonbon, this is what I'm talking about.
Do whatever.
This is what I'm talking about. By the way, Breakdown, that was great last night. You did a fantastic job. But I feel like this conversation, we don't have any ideas.
No, I had an idea. No one's backing me up or giving me alternatives.
I think that just means you go with the idea.
Can I be honest? I wasn't listening. Can you repeat? What did you say? I'm so sorry.
Right. Look, all I said is that I need to contact Rebecca Alvarez and that we shouldn't approach her head on. That just in case she has deep ties to As Technology, we might need to, say, appear as an ally. Say that we've been helping with research for Javier Flores, that suddenly he has disappeared, and perhaps that we found her name in some notes and we thought we would contact her to find out if she knows anything.
So don't treat her as though she's important, just sort of an adjacent person and see what comes up.
You know, I just don't want them to think that we are after Javier for any reason, that maybe we are just friends and suddenly we are concerned because Javier has gone missing.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I'm fine with that plan.
I'm all right with that.
Cool. So you have a plan, and while you are preparing to enact that plan, up on the roof, so you emerge from the stairwell, and yeah, Gavin is still out there, though he seems to have given up on what he was working on, and he's standing like at the edge of the roof, just kind of like staring as this construction crew assembles their big neon sign.
I run up with Mr. Extreme, and then I stop my tracks. I'm like, all right, I'm back. Let's do this. What do we do?
Yeah, he turns around, and kind of like starts and like looks at your drone. He's like, "Hey, that looks familiar. That's a Mr. Extreme, isn't it? But it's got a bunch of." Then he like walks over and he's like, "Can I?" Puts his hands out.
No, there's only one Mr. Extreme. This is the Mr. Extreme. Sure.
So he takes it and he's like, "Wow, and you got a rotor on this thing and a bunch of cameras. This is a heavily modified unit. These things are great. Japan only. Where'd you get it?"
I've never been to Japan. I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Oh man, I wish I could go to Japan. I hear it's great.
Like, start sweating.
So he's like, "Oh, this is a really cool piece of hardware. Are you?" And he like kind of squints. He's like, "You do this for work? You a mechanic or?"
I do a lot of things for work. Yes.
I know how it is.
So-
It's hard to get a like steady job, especially in this neighborhood. I swear it's getting worse.
Are we going to work on your druid, your droid, or are we going to try and extract information from a not so stealthily?
Oh, I'm just sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I was trying making conversation. Yeah, and he like gently sets Mr. Extreme down, and Mr. Extreme's little like legs go so he doesn't sit on the cameras on the bottom. He sits down, and he goes to his drone, and he's like, I got sick of climbing all the way up from the second floor every morning to water, and he like points, and you can see he's got a bunch of like he's got a little garden that he's like built out of scrap wood, over on the side of the roof. And he's like, this building was built a long time ago, and the stairs are hell on my legs, on account of. So I thought if I built a drone to do it. See, I put these water tanks in, and he like turns it over and he shows you. And so he's like added these like gas cans to the back of it, and there's like a place where you could attach a hose, and there's like a little like space you can see where like a rotor might go. And he's like, then this way I can just water the plants from my apartment. But then the motivator broke, and this rotor is bent, I'm pretty sure.
Can I tell that he's a mage? Did you say he was a wizard or?
No, he's a dwarf.
Oh, just a dwarf. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't look magical to me.
I mean, I don't know. Depends on what you think looking magical looks like. But he's not wearing like a Gandalf hat and like a cloak and wielding a staff. Yeah. No.
Okay. Well, that sounds innocent enough, so I'll help you fix this. As long as you don't use this maliciously, but I can't see that happening. Don't overwater your plants. All right? That's what you gotta promise me if I help you with this.
He's like, no, that's what the sensor's for. Come here. And he like gestures at you over and starts like effusively explaining all the different things that he's trying to do with this drone. And it's like, it's a total hack job. Like he built it out of like miscellaneous parts, but he seems pretty excited and proud of what he's done so far. He just can't quite get it to work. And he thinks you can help. So, he's happy to tell you all about it.
I like asked Mr. Extreme if he remembers anything from us modifying him.
Mr. Extreme says, no, I was deactivated during that time. Memories of modification can be very traumatizing.
Do I have internet access on him?
On Mr. Extreme? No.
No, so there's no way that I can like Google it.
There's no Google, so no.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I can help you surf the internet if you want. We can look stuff up. I'm really good at looking at like PBS boards and.
I think he looks up and he notices your data jack for the first time, and he kind of squints at it. He squints at it and he's like, "Oh, that's cool. When'd you get those?"
Just always had it, born with it, I think.
He's like, yeah, I get it. You're hardcore. Yeah, I wish I could afford some cyber gear. Man, that'd be sweet. Everything's so much faster that way. I got a friend. He just got a data jack. He like kind of leans in. He's like, I think the hardware was stolen. Guy got a huge deal on it. And he just kind of like this guy is like completely clueless. Like every time that you're like suspicious of him, he just says something that shows that he has no idea what you're talking about. He takes everything you say like at face value. Like he's not dumb. He's just totally unsuspicious. And so he's just, he just asks you questions about stuff and takes however you answer at face value. He's just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And you can get the impression that he's trying to be, he's not trying to impress you or like be cool, but if you say something that he obviously doesn't know anything about, he tries to change the subject or is like, oh, I've heard of that, but not like like he kind of guides the conversation away so that he won't be embarrassed by you being like, ah, plebe. But he just seems genuinely like into building this drone and like having this conversation with you.
I invite him to come back to the apartment so that we can start looking stuff up about it. But every time he asks, like, we start talking about something, like, I catch on to how he has no idea about any of this stuff. And I just answer all of his questions with, like, the most bullshit answer. Like, I just feed into all of it. Like, oh, yeah, like, I don't even know. I can't even think of anything really dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I made this drone myself with, like, tennis shoes and a blender.
Okay, so sometimes he thinks you're like playing a joke. You're like joking. It's like you say something like that, and he's like, "Tennis shoes, huh? Wow, maybe I should do that." You know? Like,
Yeah, they have to be green ones, though.
It's a joke, right? And then he like pretends to write in an imaginary notebook. He's like, "Green tennis shoes." Yeah, I got you. That's good advice. And did you say you invite him back to the apartment?
Yeah, so we can look it up together.
All right. He flips the milk crate back over, puts all the pieces of his drone into it, picks it up, and follows you downstairs. So back downstairs, Bonbon, you're making a phone call?
Yes.
What's the plan? Are you going to just call from your house or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you're just going to call direct or?
Yeah. I think I am.
Okay. All right. So you dial the number and it's like 17 digits because you're dialing a weird code. And you get a pre-recorded message first. Comes on, it's a very official sounding. It plays a few bars of like the whatever has become the national anthem of the United Canadian American States, like some combination of "O Canada" and like the Star Spangled Banner. It plays a few notes of that and then says, "The number you are dialing is in Aztlan territory. It is the official position of the NSA that these calls constitute a security risk. If you accept this risk, press 1.
I hit 1.
Okay. Boop. Thank you for accepting the risk. By pressing 1, you acknowledge that, and then it goes off in this like long legal jargon, and it's like basically it sums up you can't sue America if Aztlan uses your conversation against you in some kind of extraterritorial war.
Yeah. I'm licking your balls. I'm hitting 1.
And then at the end it says some jargony thing about like, thank you, and remember the NSA, we're here to watch out for you. And then it starts the dial tone, the ringing starts, and then there's a click as someone picks up, and there's a woman's voice who answers in Spanish. You could guess she says hello.
Hello. Hello? Is this the San Antonio University?
And there's a pause, and then the woman switches to English and says, Are you looking for the university direct line? You have reached my desk. This is Dr. Alvarez. How can I help you? I can redirect you if you like.
Dr. Rebecca Alvarez?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't expect to just reach you upon calling. I thought that it might be a little bit more difficult to get in touch with you. My apologies. I call you with I guess with concern. My name is Julia Bentley, and I've been assisting with some research for Javier Flores over the last couple of weeks, and well,
so you hear her make a sound, not like a choked, scared sound, but like oh, like I haven't thought about him in a while, kind of like and lets you continue.
Well, so we were doing some research for him, and we went to turn in our research, and well, he's gone missing, and all we really had to go on was some notes that he left behind, and it appeared that, well, maybe you were working on a project with him, and we're calling to see if you can help us get back in touch with Javier Flores.
He's gone missing, you say?
Well, I mean, we were in regular communication, and we were providing some research, and we had some completed, and when we went to contact him to turn him in, he didn't get back to us. So We went to the last place that we knew he was staying, and he was nowhere to be found. I have reason to believe that. Well, I don't know, but we can't find him.
Make a you're gonna make a charisma roll for me.
Okay.
She's gonna oppose you. So, yeah, you make a success test. She's gonna make a success test, and
So target number.
It's just target number 4.
Okay.
You're gonna roll your charisma. She's gonna roll her intelligence.
Okay. I want you. Hold on. I'm cocked with karma right now. So.
You can do your reroll after she rolls. That's okay.
Okay.
You can win.
Okay.
So you got 1 success. And I got 4, so
Okay. I can reroll.
You can buy 1 for 2, and you can re-roll the 3 dice that you have.
And keep the 1 success.
Yeah, you always keep that. You've
Yep.
already earned that success. I mean, it's
Okay.
a success, but you still fail the roll.
Alright,
You gotta
let me
at least.
access
The thing
karma.
is, the best you could do is spend the 2 karma and then roll 3 more successes. That's how you could beat her.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna spend a single karma to reroll first.
Okay, and then see what happens.
Yes.
Like to beat her, you have to spend those 2 because.
Right. Oh, right.
You can
Because-
actually, if you spend 2 more, you can take one of her successes away. I think. Let me double check that. But you make your reroll, and I'll double check with the karma thing. Okay, so you have 3 total now.
So if I bought 1 and then took 1 away, I would win for a total. Of
I gotta double check
6
on. I gotta
karma.
double check on how the opposed roll thing works. Spending karma.
No, 5 karma.
Yeah, you got.
We're gonna use 5 karma on this. What the fuck?
She really wants.
This
to-
is our only lead, Crusher. Our only lead.
It's not your only lead.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll give you a lead, Bonbon.
What?
What does that even mean? Here we go. Yes, you can spend 2 points of karma to buy off one of her successes.
so if I spend another 4 karma, then I succeed. Because that
you
I
have
have
3
I have
successes
3
now.
total.
Yes, if you spend 4, you'll win.
Okay, I spent 4.
Okay. All right.
That
So-
was my Japan karma. So I've been holding on to that for a long time.
She pauses, and you can hear her like thinking about your story, and then you can hear she takes a breath, but you know the like kind of like inhale that people do when they're trying not to get upset. There's like a little waver in it, and then she says, "Where did you say you were calling from?"
We're in Seattle.
Seattle? That doesn't make any sense. Last time I spoke to Javier, he was in San Jose.
He was, and then he flew to Seattle.
Do you know why?
I wish I knew if that would help, especially. I don't know.
Let me explain why my name is in his notes. Javier and I worked together on a project for agriculture some months ago. We worked for As Technology. We have been having some problems of late with pests. Originally, it was a pesticide project, but when they realized that we could engineer counter pests, they brought me on board. I am a professor of entomology. I study, bugs. And so I worked with Javier to engineer these insects that would kill the pests, and the corn would grow, and we would have enough food. But Javier, he does not handle stress well. He has a problem. Are you familiar
Rebecca,
with...
you don't have to say anymore. I respect Javier with an utmost level of respect, but I'm very aware that he does have some problems. I think we're on the same page.
So, if you're looking for him, cannot get a hold of him, you should call the police. He is likely somewhere he should not be. I am afraid he might be in danger.
Well, why do you think he's in danger? Because of his habits?
Yes. And because if he is not working, as technology will not be very happy about that.
Certainly, I wouldn't want to be on their bad side.
You hear like a weird click on the line. Like there's just like a faint like tick, and then it goes away. She doesn't notice it.
I notice it.
Oh yeah, you notice it. Like she finishes saying "as technology," and you just hear this like tick, and then. She
Rebecca, do you
continues.
think you could leave me with, I don't know, a contact email? I might be able to get back in touch with you sometime.
Just the university email is the most direct route.
Okay. We're going to make it Becca Al. Becca Al at sauni.edu. Got it.
Okay.
Rebecca, I thank you. I hope we can find Javier. I hope he's okay. If you hear from him or you hear anything, please get back to me. I'll contact you shortly with an email. You can.
Yes, please. Javier and I have not spoken in some time, but I do think of him from time to time. I would like to know if he is safe, or... Well, let me know either way, please.
We will. Rebecca, thank you. Dr. Alvarez, excuse me. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
Okay. So as you're about to hang up, she says, wait, hold on. Have you spoken with his sister?
His sister? No, I wasn't aware. Do you have her
Yes.
information?
Her name is Lupita. I don't have her phone number. She works for As Technology as well. She's in the legal department. She might know where he is. He may have talked to her.
All right, that might come in handy. Thank you very much, Dr. Alvarez.
Okay.
So, can I like roll to spoof an email like, I like Julia at
Yeah, of course.
researchium.com?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Make like a target number for computer tests.
Okay.
So does the click mean that they were listening in? That somebody was listening in on that call?
Damn.
Well, that's
I
a solid
spoofed
email.
the fuck out of that email.
that you could infer. I'm not gonna specify whether it is or isn't, but you could infer that from that noise, or I might just be fucking with weed.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah.
Hi, kitties.
Okay, so the fake email, 6 successes in case anybody needs to figure out that it's fake. Okay. All right, so I think as you're finishing the phone call, the front door opens, and Knight's Ass and some dwarf come in.
Knight's Ass, you want to tell us who this is?
This is our new friend. Don't remember his name. Probably wasn't very important. He lives here. We're working on drones together. So we're gonna do that.
He puts the crate down and he walks over to you, Crusher, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm Gavin." I'm like, puts his hand like way up.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Gavin. Knight's Ass,
Yeah.
I didn't know you have any friends.
Nice to meet you too. And he kind of tries to like shake like as much of his hand as you can get. He's like, "Yeah, what's your name, man?"
Well, before he asks, I say like, yeah, it's true. You don't really usually want to be friends with fans. Don't want to mix the two. It makes you really awkward. So yeah.
Oh, so you're like a groupie of Knight's Ass.
He's like, "Knight who?"
Yeah, Knight's Ass.
He looks over at Knight's ass, kind of like looking at you like.
Yeah, we're trying to keep everything really down low. Like we've been talking about super secret stuff that like may or may not have happened. So
Gavin,
just,
it's so nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Breakdown. I like reach out my hand.
Yeah, he looks up at you. And he's like, "Hey," and you can see he like wipes his hand on his jeans a bunch of times before he shakes your hand, and he's like, kind of, you can see he's trying to like hold it together, like shakes your hand. He's like, "It is super cool to meet you."
Thank you. Can I get you a soy calf or anything?
Are you like a multi-person groupie, or what's going on here, Gavin?
He's like, yeah, soy calf would be awesome. Thank you. I've been meaning to go to this stuffer shack and get some. I've been out for days. I've been working on this project. And then he sees Bonbon, like you're hanging up the phone. And you kind of recognize him. Like you've seen him maybe like in passing before, or like seen him outside like walking his dog or something. And he's like, "Hey, I know you." And he like walks over. He's like, I'm Gavin. We never met." And he like goes to shake your hand. I live down on 2.
Yeah, I've seen you in the building a couple times. Sorry, I just in and out.
He kind of like looks around and he's like, "This place is pretty big. I got one of the like little ones downstairs. Do you?" He like looks around. He's like, "Do you mind if I ask you how much you pay for this place?" I mean, you don't have to tell me if is that rude. God, I'm sorry. I'm such an asshole. Fuck.
Yeah,
You know what? Never mind. Never mind. I asked. We'll just go back to the. Never mind. I just introduced myself. What's your name? I'm Gavin. Hey.
Yeah, I'm Bonbon.
Bonbon. Awesome. That is cool.
Hey,
you got kind of a thing with the sugar, and I get you.
Hey, Knight's Ass, should we give this guy a fake name, or?
I don't even know what his name is still. So if we gave him a fake name,
He just told me his name was Gavin.
I didn't. Yeah, like all like in one ear, out the other.
Just like walk over and hand him his soy calf.
He takes the soy calf and.
What the fuck?
It's like in a bird-shaped mug or something, probably.
Gavin, what can we help you with?
Or a mug
here?
that says like 2039 hackathon or whatever.
No, we don't need your help, Crusher. We're gonna go like look some stuff up.
Does this have anything to do with our gig?
No, this is.
So you say that you're like our gig, and he looks at you, and then he looks around, and he's like, "You are in a band. Now it makes sense. The weird names and the way you're all dressed. Oh, that's so cool.
We're not in a.
Are you?
Yeah,
we are.
Where do you play? Ah, man, I haven't been out. I haven't seen a band in forever.
Yeah.
You got some flyers or something?
Breakdown's our lead singer. Yeah, that's Breakdown. Sing him a tune. Maybe he'll recognize the songs from the radio.
Oh no, that's okay. We haven't performed in a very long time. We actually just got back together as a group, just for old time's sake.
So what do you guys play? Like Crashcore, like Crisis Wave, like New Edge? What?
We play that new shit.
He's like, cool, new shit. That sounds great. I have no idea what it sounds like. You guys have like a cassette or something?
Gavin, I thought we were gonna work on this drone.
He looks at you. He's like, yeah, no, the drone. Right. So I've been working on this thing. And he says it's the Bonbon. He's like, there's all that room up on the roof, and I'm in a garden, and I'm trying to grow some stuff, but the stairs. I complained to the landlord, but you know how that asshole is. And so I've been trying to, and then, anyway, I'm making a drone, and I suck at it. I mean, you know what they say about dwarves, right? Like, I can make anything out of, but I'm terrible. I can't make anything. I mean, like spaghetti. I could make a mean spaghetti, and you can see he's just like really nervous and is just trying to make conversation with 4 people at once who are not cooperating. And you can see him just like shrinking into a tiny ball while he's like.
I just like put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, Gavin, it's totally fine. You can make yourself at home. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, mi casa, su casa, Gavin. Yeah.
This is not your casa, actually.
Actually,
don't live here.
When you say that, he looks at you and he's like, yeah, no, I won't. You only got 2 people on the lease, right? I won't tell anybody. Fucking landlords, right? Asshole.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. Illegal sublets. Yep.
the
I won't tell
worst.
anybody. Fuck
the
the
worst.
police, right? Right?
No,
Yeah.
the police, you know, they do an all right job.
Fuck. Okay. I mean, I don't want to offend anybody. I just figured, like,
Hey,
yeah.
Night Test, you should take your friend and go upstairs.
There's upstairs. This is a 1-level apartment.
What I'm
Crusher.
saying is get him the fuck out of
I
the
don't
living room so we
know.
can have a conversation about our stuff. You know, our upcoming gigs. Whatever the fuck this guy's doing here.
Yeah, we're just gonna do some really like hardcore computer stuff. So yeah, let's go get started on it now because it might take a while. Come with me. And I walk into a room that will have internet.
I love how you mispronounce computer every time. It's so good. Do I pronounce camera weird? Is that weird? Yeah, so he's like, again, he's like, seriously, pleasure to meet all of you. Bonbon.
No one
and
cares, Gaben.
I did not catch either of your names, but that's okay. It's cool. I will get out of your way. You can do your band stuff. Right. Okay. And then he looks at Night's ass like, please take me out of here, please.
I've already started walking into the room.
Okay. All right. So he follows you out of the room.
Yes.
What the fuck was that? Did we just get a fifth?
She made a friend.
Yeah, well, now
Fine.
this friend is a 4th member of this household, apparently.
No, that's
I
not.
don't think it went that far.
You gave
that
him a
fast.
place before you
No.
offered me a place, and you know I need a place?
What?
Do you need a place?
No, I don't fucking need your pity. I got a place, all right? I'm all right.
Well,
I'll
if
figure
you
it out.
need a place, you can stay with us for a while.
I don't need a fucking place, all right?
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Bonbon, how'd that call go?
So, well, we found out that she works with Javier on a couple of bug things. Apparently, they made some bugs that would kill this pest, and you know, I don't know, this science shit. She was talking about that. You've been talking about bugs lately. Breakdown. Maybe you don't understand, but she knows about the beetle. She knows about his problem. She told me that I should
Okay.
just call the police because she feels like he's probably gotten into some trouble. But she has contact information for. Well, she didn't. She knows her sister's name. It's Lupita Alvarez. Assuming it's Alvarez, he still has the same name.
You mean Flores?
Flores. Yes, is what I totally meant. I wrote that down like Flores.
It's okay. You get the names messed up. It's easy. Happens to everyone.
So Lupita Flores, his sister, I don't know, maybe one more. We got hooks in Dr. Hotshot. Rebecca Alvarez going to contact us if he reaches out. I guess the next lead is Lupita Flores.
Is there... Do we have his phone number?
Whose?
Javier's.
I don't think so.
We don't.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to stay in Seattle. He was supposed to go airport straight to Shiawase, get dropped off, and be done. And then he'd be Shiawase property and not an issue for any of you.
Right. So I feel like if we could look at the people that he called, that would be super helpful if he's called anyone.
It would be.
Why don't,
Is there any way to find that?
I mean, you can get call history if you hack something, right, Bonbon?
Actually,
Yeah, can you hack things?
remember I asked our friend, you know, our new NERPS friend, professional gamer. I asked him if we could do that when we were back at the apartment, but apparently he has his own phone.
Well, that's got to have service through somewhere.
Yeah, but I mean, without knowing what carrier and without knowing all that, I don't know how we.
Hold on. Give me a phone.
Maybe
Give me a phone.
we can go backwards if we can get Lupita's number and maybe he's been in. I don't know. I don't know how
No.
computers work.
Just give me a phone. We'll call the pro gamer guy and say direct us to his room, and then we'll just call that number and we'll figure out the number. From
But
there.
he didn't. Isn't the point that he didn't use the number in the room? That he used his own burner phone?
Why don't we just go back there and look at the other phone?
He took it with him.
Because it's a burner phone and he took it with him.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm out of fucking ideas. I just like put my hands up.
Well, is there any way you can find information about Lupita? Like any way
I like
at all?
how to Bonbon, this conversation is like 3 people being like, "Can't you just Linux backdoor firewall
Hey,
fucking something
The
double
deep
click
web? Are you in the deep web?
backdoor
Can
that
you,
with the IP shovel?"
Can you
Exactly.
matrix this?
Yeah,
How do you matrix that?
alt.getoutofhere.com.
All right,
Fucking
look.
do something.
All right, look. There's one way I could try to get some information on Lupita Flores.
Do you want me to get Mr. Universe to assist Bonbon?
All right, no. I can potentially pull out my secret weapon.
Is that Miss? Okay.
Just will you let me have the room?
Yeah, sure. No, I'll go hide in the fucking broom closet or wherever the fuck you want me to go.
I mean, just can I have the room?
Can I actually go inside your bedroom? Is it gonna be sanitary in there?
You could leave the apartment. That's totally a thing. You don't have to all stay in this tiny house.
I mean, maybe you could go check on Breakdown. I don't know.
On me?
Check on Breakdown. You all good?
I mean,
you all right?
Night's Ass. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I meant Night's Ass.
No, Night's Ass got a.
Jeez.
That's not
Go
good,
back to
Bonbon.
sugar now.
Night's Ass. Maybe you can check on Night's Ass. Just, can I?
Hey,
Breakdown,
Night.
you could stay.
Wait,
I
Breakdown
can
can stay?
Yes.
Oh, you want some alone? Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I'll go get a fucking hamburger. I'll be back later. Have some
No,
alone
go
time.
check on Night's Ass. Come on,
No, Night's Ass. I'm not gonna walk in on
fine.
that fucking
Night's Ass
sexy
is
time when
fine.
you guys are having
Oh my
sexy time in the
goodness.
living room. I'm gonna go fucking get a hamburger. All right?
I'm not gonna have sexy time. All right.
Okay.
Look, if
Crusher?
y'all wanna fuck, you
I'm
can
gonna
fuck. I'm
call-
leaving.
Okay.
I'm
My
going to get some
mom,
fucking
alright?
food. I'm out of here.
Reconvene in a little bit.
Fuck
Okay.
this place.
Bye, Crusher.
I don't want to have sex with the place. I'm leaving. That's what I'm saying.
No one.
all right, so Crusher,
Okay.
Crusher leaves.
I just like slam the door. Walk outside.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
No, honey. I know.
I-
honey. Okay. Let's just do what we need to do. Okay.
Yeah, so I want to follow Crusher for a second. So Crusher, you know there's a McHugh's nearby, which is like a fast food joint. So are you actually gonna go get a hamburger, or do you just want to like leave and go outside?
No, I gotta go get a hamburger. Yeah,
Alright.
that's Crusher's
So-
sexy time.
Yeah, so you exactly. So you walk outside the building, and you notice that there are 3 humans, a woman and 2 men. They're wearing like black slacks and dress shoes, and then like tucked in white shirts. And one of them is holding some like pamphlets, and they're waiting outside the door. And the woman says to you as you walk out, "Do you have a moment to speak with us, sir?"
You talking to me?
"Yes, sir. We are speaking to you."
No, I don't have any moments. I'm sorry. I'm going to get a hamburger.
And she gets one of the pamphlets from the guy and like goes to give it to you, like kind of thrusts it at your chest, and she's like, "Sir, please, if you'll just consider our message for a moment," and like.
Yeah,
kinda, like,
what's your
thrust
message say? I look at the paper.
Okay. It's written in it's just very short, written in a bunch of different languages. And basically it just says like, feeling lost, feeling confused, have no place in life, join us. And it's got an address and a time. It's like every Monday at 7 p.m. at the church of whatever, or like the like, I don't know, like it's probably like the Ukrainian Community Center. Something like they don't actually have a church, but so she hands it to you, and she says, "We know how hard life can be.
Yeah.
Please, if you're feeling lost," and like puts her hand kind of on your arm, "we can help you."
So what? You guys just talk in a circle? What the fuck's this about?
She says, "We offer many services to those in need. Often Those who have no job, no place to live, no family or friends to help them will come to us. We will protect them, find them work, safety, security, all very hard things to find in this world of ours.
And this is every Monday? Is that what you said?
Yes, that's right. We have a number of facilities throughout Seattle.
All right. Yeah. No. Thanks for the paper. This is. I'll keep this.
She nods. If you find yourself in need of anything at all, please come.
You guys got any burgers?
One of the men kind of like laughs and shakes his head. He's like, no, but, and he points down the street, there's a McHugh's over there.
Oh yeah. No, that's where I was headed. All right. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, and you turn and you can see the big neon sign. It's like a huge burly Scottish dude in a kilt with a big M tattooed on his chest, and he's like throwing a caber made out of hamburgers.
Okay. Yeah. No. Thanks. Thanks for the information. This is mighty kind of you. Maybe I'll stop. Maybe I'll stop by. I just
Okay.
kind of like walk off and go across the street. I do keep the piece of paper though.
Okay. All right. So you head off to do that. So in the apartment, Knights asks, "What are you and Gavin doing? You've retreated to the only other room in the house, which is, I guess you're sitting on Bonbon and Breakdown's bed, and he's like dumped all the drone parts out on the bed, and he's like digging through them, kind of like making nervous conversation.
I'm looking up, I don't know, just a how-to drone guide, I suppose, on BBS forum. Like,
Yeah, rec.howto.drones.
yeah.
Okay, all right. So you're doing the walkthrough and he's doing the actual work. So you're just like
Yeah.
telling him like, yeah, maybe if you attach those things. Okay.
And I have
cool.
a second terminal open that's just browsing through the gossip BBSs.
Mm.
So I like read something to him and I like browse that BBS.
So every time he turns around to look, you just alt tab back to the tutorial.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're doing good, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So do you like is there any why did you bring him down here? What's the purpose of having him around? Did you feel bad for him? Do you like actually want to make friends with this guy? What are you trying to do?
Well, he's hanging around here and he's doing something.
So you just want to
So-
like check him out?
Yeah, check him out. Make an alliance with him. Kind of still like suspicious of him. Kind
Okay.
of feel bad for him, you know? Like, I didn't realize my data jack was so cool because I'm like, you know, I'm a computer expert, so I've always had it since I can remember.
It's especially important to understand computer pronunciation. Okay, cool. So yeah, you just hang out with him. Make a charisma roll.
It also like it also kind of like, even though I'm very suspicious of him, it kind of takes my mind off of all those people trying to kill me, you know? As long as maybe I
totally.
focus on this and not my impending death.
Okay, yeah, make charisma. Oh, you are so charismatic.
Charismatic.
Yeah, so I think the two of you, like, he gets over that initial awkwardness once it's just the two of you, like, without everybody else around. And he stops asking awkward questions like, tell me about your band, and eventually just kind of, like, starts, like, joking with you and, like, acts like a normal, kind of, like, less anxious person. He calms down a lot. Yeah, he just tells you about, like, how he moved here from LA and doesn't really know anybody. He went to university for a while, but he couldn't afford it, so he dropped out. And he like worked as a cab driver for a while, but then that didn't really work because people are like weird about dwarves, and he just like didn't feel comfortable doing that. And he's like kind of like looking for a new job. Yeah, and so like he just kind of like opens up to you, and you get a very distinct impression that this is what he's about. Like he's not. I don't know how if that penetrates Knight's Ass's like shield of paranoia.
No,
But he's like seems like a pretty decent guy.
I say, wow, it's like we're opposites, you know? Like your life kind of sucks. I grew up with fame and love and don't really have to
And-
work very hard.
Every time that you say something that a normal like person would be like, okay, you are shitty, I'm leaving. he kind of just assumes you're joking, and he's like, oh yeah, totally, my life blows. My mom and dad never loved me. Man, it sucks to be me, right? Haha.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, so he seems pretty chill. Yeah, he starts actually making progress on the drone. Like, you're actually helping him, which is maybe kind of weird. Yeah.
It's like that time I helped an elderly woman cross the street because I thought like I was just signing something for her, so I walked with her.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So the actual Shadowrunners, what are you doing?
What?
Well, I'm like pacing around the room, like, like getting ready to call Mom Bon, just preparing myself for the conversation. I guess I turned to breakdown. I'm like, I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how about I put this on speaker and you kind of, we make this call together.
Oh, I'm sure she would love to just hear from you. I don't think I need to be involved.
What? Are you saying you don't like my mother?
No, I'm not saying I don't. Your mother is lovely. Sure, I'll be on this call with you, of course.
Breakdown.
What?
She already is gonna go. She's gonna go in on me. Like, it just. I feel like maybe she wouldn't go as hard if you were there.
Okay. I'll be your support as you try to navigate a conversation with your mother.
I think it's been like there's no way I haven't called her since I've got back from Japan.
No, but what I was gonna say is, can we? And you guys can save this if you want. But I feel like as you reach for the phone, you get the like Wayne's World, like diddly-doo, to several months back. And I want to see the first time the breakdown meets Mom Bon. But I want to see it maybe after we take a break. Do we need to keep going? Can we take a break here?
How long do you think this call is going to be?
Well, this is a flashback.
I don't know. I want to do the
Flashback
flashback.
and a
Well, let's do
phone
the
call,
flashback, and then we'll take a
Okay.
break, and then we'll do the actual call.
We'll cut to like back in reality. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, how long after you got back from Japan did you go and talk to your mom?
Probably pretty soon.
Yeah. So you
Like-
still only have one hand.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you're outside Mom Bon's house. I assume you go, or do you meet her somewhere like at a restaurant or something?
At a restaurant.
Oh yeah, you don't go to her house. Okay. All right.
I
what
gotta
kind of-
take her to a nice restaurant.
Oh, so it's like it's a nice restaurant. Okay. All right. So the two of you, are you there? Are you arriving, or are you showing up after? You're like, do you want to show up after your mom is already there, or you want to beat her there, or do we see you at the table first waiting for her?
I think we would show up after her.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you walk into the restaurant, and you're yeah, it's like a nice like Seattle restaurant, so it's probably like a seafood place, fresh salmon and what have you. You get there, and you can see your mom. She apparently rides in on a motorcycle. What are you doing here?
Where have you been? Why haven't you called?
So she's at her she's at one of the tables. She's been chased by the police also.
Wow.
And
What's happening?
I know, it's so
In the
good.
background. Oh my god.
And there's the rest of the gang going to help their buddy. No, Billy's being chased by the cops. We gotta go help him.
Ride or die. Ride or die.
Little known fact, Vancouver is Shadowrun.
Yeah, this is like an episode of Sons of Anarchy or some shit.
All right, so she's at the table, and you can see she's like arguing with a waiter or something when you walk in, or having an animated conversation.
I like just gently press Bonbon ahead of me.
Yeah. And I think I go forward and I like politely wait till she's done yelling at the waiter.
Yeah, so she's like, listen, when I said I wanted a glass of water, I didn't want it with the carbonation in it. It's just water with ice in it maybe, because it's hot outside. But you bring me this? I don't know what this is. I don't want to pay for it. I just want water.
I think I butt in. I think I
Yeah.
butt in at that point and say, "Oh my God, you are so my mother." Like, why do they even have carbonated water in the first place? It doesn't taste right. There's something wrong with it. Like,
So the waiter is like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'll get you a glass of water. Excuse me, and like kind of like escapes the conversation, and then your mom turns her attention to you. Doesn't even notice breakdown, or notices and then does, you know, like you're being excluded on purpose, and says to you, oh, look who it is. I haven't seen you in months. And like she gets up, she's like, give your mother a hug. I don't care if we're in public. Come here.
I think what happens is like I give her sort of a half a hug because I'm still kind of trying to hide the fact that I have no left arm.
So she notices right away. She's like, oh, what is this? What, you only give me one arm? With you? I made you. I made both of those arms. Put them around me. Come here. I'm your mother. She like grabs you again, like squishes you up against her.
I think I really hesitate and I just kind of like put it around and then put it right back.
Okay, and she looks past you as she's hugging you at breakdown, and she's like, "Oh my God, who is this handsome man?" And like, kind of like shoves you aside, and she walks over to you. What do you do? How do you respond as she's moving towards you?
I say, "Hi, I'm breakdown. It's nice to meet you finally." Or like, actually,
what is your body language like?
I would introduce myself as Marcellin. Also, yeah, and like. This is like the interim stage between super hobo breakdown and like has a day job breakdown, right? So like I look a little bit nicer than I would have before the time skip, but still not quite. I still don't quite have it all together.
Sure.
And yeah, I'm just like kind of nervous to meet her because, you know.
Do you just keep your hands at your side, or do you like go to shake her hand, or like she's approaching you with some speed?
If she. I would probably just sort of like stand there politely, but if she went for the hug, I would.
Yeah, like, I don't think you get a chance. She just puts both her arms around you, and so she hugs you, and she's like, oh, you even smell nice. And she steps back. She's like, excuse me, I never met an elf before. I mean, not in person. I've seen you people on TV. Oh, I don't mean you people, but you're very handsome. I'm sorry. I'm not a cultured individual like you. I don't get to fly all the way around the world like you do. I'm sorry I don't have a fancy computer job. I'm sorry. She's embarrassing me. This is terrible. My first time meeting one of you beautiful,
good fight
beautiful
for the
people.
DMV every day.
And you're making me feel like I'm a cave.
Let's all sit.
No.
Should we all sit?
Yes. I wanna buy my ma a nice dinner.
All right,
enjoy it.
So she sits down and she's like she says to you she's like, Marcellin, that's a very nice name. Where you from?
Thank you.
Tell me about your family.
Well, we're from Portland. I moved to Seattle a few years ago. Grew up mostly with elves. And met Bonbon a while back. And that's pretty much it.
She like it's like, that is a very succinct summary of your life. I'm impressed at your ability to. I thought you people were like 1,000 years old. I don't. Do you mind?
You can't. I'm sorry. Say that kind of thing.
Quiet. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to your friends.
It's okay.
I'm very curious. I'm a history buff myself. I come from a long line of Brooklynites. New York has been around a very long time. Did you?
Right.
Are there elves in Brooklyn? I don't know. I never met one when I was a child because, of course we didn't have any. But now, do your people live there?
Oh, yeah, there are definitely, groups, but there's a larger community in Portland.
So do you have your own religion, or I don't. I'm sorry. I'm just very curious. What is it like?
Do we have our own religion? No, I didn't think so.
This is the thing. You're people. Like there are Catholic elves and Jewish elves, Muslim elves.
Even I know the answer to this. No, they don't.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe if you took me on vacation once in a while, I hear that the tier is very nice this time of year or any time of year. There's elves everywhere. They use magic. And she looks at you and she's like she's nodding like, yeah, back me up here. They can control the weather so it's nice all the time. Isn't that right?
No, that's not true. That's I mean, I'm sure that if you were to say that, we would, it'd be a good ego boost to think that we could control the weather, but that's not true at all.
I swear, I only know what I hear on television and the stories. My God, you're such a glamorous people. Those beautiful, beautiful houses you live in. I watched a show just the other day about this mansion in Salem. Guy, it was beautiful. 6 stories tall, I swear, and just made out of wood. Like it grew out of the ground. It's beautiful. I can't even imagine. I think if I ever saw a thing like that, I would die. I would just die. Speaking of which, she like turns to look at you. And she's like, speaking of which, I thought I was gonna die when I thought you would never call me again. You just vanished. I had to hear from your father, who I also never get to talk to, that you were in Japan.
You knew I was in Japan. Ma, I told you I called you. I called you from Japan, where I did get in touch with Dad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have dementia. I forget things. I'm getting old and I'm alone. Did you know that dementia can be offset by spending time in new and exciting places? Did you know that? I heard about that on television.
You know what? We need to get you out more, Ma. You just,
I think
I'm sure the DMV get. Oh wait, no, they don't. What's your vacation, Ma? What, DMV give you like 10 days now? What do they? Is that what they like?
I reach under the table to hold Bonbon's hand. It's just like,
Ma, what I meant to say is absolutely we're gonna take you on a trip sometime.
Listen, maybe I'll do this to you one day. Maybe I'll just get up, I'll get on a plane, I'll fly to Russia.
And I'm like, while Bonbon and Bonbon are arguing, like suddenly as the passion comes out, like Bonbon brings up both her hands, but like she's
you're
just
like a mom. And
right,
then,
Ma, it's not like that at all. We'll take you to.
And then she just she covers her face. She's like, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" And looks at breakdown like, what happened? What's go? Oh my God.
So some things happened in Japan that.
And then the waiter walks up with a tray of water.
Hello, thank you so much for the water.
And your mom is like, "No, get out of here. I don't want the water. Go, just get out. Go away. I'm having a conversation with my daughter." And he's like, "But ma'am, I have them." She's like, "No, get out of here." She leans back on the table and looks at you. Tell me everything.
At me or at?
Yeah, you.
Mom, you know what, Ma? I'm going to tell you like it is. I was over there doing some things that you probably wouldn't agree with. And matter of fact, Dad helped me out with those things. And let's just say that I got in a little bit of trouble and my boyfriend got kidnapped. And you know what I did? I gave up this hand for my boyfriend. That's the story. There's nothing more to it. I'm getting it replaced soon.
So I think she just looks back and forth between the two of you, and she's like, "I swear to God, when you picked up a computer when you were 4, I said nothing good is going to come of this. I just knew. I said to your father, I said, you take that away from her, or else there's going to be trouble, and here we are. Now you only got one hand. My own daughter."
It had nothing to do with computers. I swear to God, it was something totally different. It was just the wrong people got involved with, and I'm telling you, like, Japan's not a place for you or me, Ma. I figured that out. That's not an exciting place that you would get reverse your dementia from. I didn't mean it like that, Ma. What you know what I meant. We're not going to Japan. We're going someplace else. Nice, beach, relaxing.
She looks at right at you, Breakdown, and she's like, "Marcelin, you seem like a good boy with a solid head on your shoulders. I need you to do a dying old woman a favor. I can't stand any more of this stress, this business. You gotta take care of my little girl. Make sure none of this ever happens again. Do you understand me?" And she grabs your hand and she's like, I know you're gonna live for 1,000,000 years and we're all gonna die and turn into dust in the ground and you're not even gonna remember, but just for a little tiny piece of your long, beautiful life, if you could just look after my daughter. I know we don't mean nothing to you, but but please. And she's just like holding your hand, and you can tell that she's like kind of serious, but also kind of like playing it up to embarrass Bonbon.
Right.
And it's really a guilt trip. It's to be like, I'm doing this to him because of you. Right. You did this to him.
I just very calmly I squeeze her hands that are like holding onto my hand, right? And I just say, we've talked about it a lot. I look at Bonbon like, haven't we? Talked about it a lot. No more of this. I promise I will take care of her, and she'll probably take care of me too. We're a good team, I think.
So no more, you promise?
Yeah, Ma. Yeah, Ma.
She's like, shush you. I'm not looking for your promise. She like looks back at you. Marcellin, swear it. Swear you're gonna keep her out of trouble.
I promise that I will take care of her.
Okay. Now we can go to break.
All right. Let's take our, what is this, third break? Yeah, third break. Come back. We got about 45 minutes left here in the fourth hour. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. More roleplay coming up right after this. We'll see you then.